All right, guys, we're in Brentwood this weekend, and guess what else is going on this weekend? It is my birthday, so that means I picked an absolutely epic sale for my birthday. I have the best of both worlds. I have a house full of guy stuff. I have a garage or a house full of girl stuff and collectibles, pottery, colored glass, cast iron, amazing things inside. In the garage, I got tools. I got a gun safe. I have reloading equipment. Back here, we got the shed. And in there, I have hunting, fishing gear. Amazing sale. I thought I was going to have guns. I don't have guns at this one, but I have just about everything else to do with guns. Guys, let's go ahead and get inside. It's going to be great. All right, so as we go ahead and get on the inside, guys, I'm going to come back and show you the garage. The garage is too epic. The outbuilding's epic. The carport is full. However, I got to get you on the inside so we can understand why I picked this sale for the birthday sale. Because obviously we got some great wares out here, but we have some amazing wares on the interior. Let me go ahead and take you first to the selection of jewelry because it is a ton of fun. We have some great jewelry at this sale, but it's not all on display yet. So part of that you're just gonna have to see when you show up. But let me go ahead and show you this watch while we're here. Boy, is that gorgeous. So yeah, we have some great pieces, but let's go ahead and walk through the living room, make our way to the kitchen, upstairs, and then we'll get to the guy stuff. Even though there's guy stuff sprinkled throughout the house, I just really like showing you this. This is a wonderful bar. It's one of the bars that folds open on either side or can be fit in a tiny place like this. So you see we've got some duck artwork, but right here, this table has some amazing things. Love colored glass. You guys know what I say. Life is much too short to drink out of boring glass. So I highly recommend never do so. Now, one thing you're going to notice time and time again in this sale is the absolutely amazing pottery. We have some brilliant pottery throughout the house, and this is one of the better pottery collections that we've had. You're going to see lots of ducks. The family was a big fan of ducks, including hunting them, which probably goes without saying. Look how fun these are. Super cool. We got some rockers, art, little Indian art. We got a lot of brass out here. I know I got my brass collectors. Speaking of brass, somebody probably noticed by the way, this is a wonderful little pottery candlestick holder. Haven't seen anything like it. Super unique. But speaking of brass, you probably noticed these little brass tables. They're absolutely fantastic. They look amazing built up. And they're brass tray tables. Super, super cool. One is incredibly heavy. Right here, you're looking at these tables, and you might be thinking, that looks a bit mid-century modern. Maybe Hollywood Regency. Well, you'd be right. Fantastic tables. And then on the tables, we got some absolutely stunning wares, including that kitty. We got bears. We got all kinds of animals. We got pineapples. Lots of pineapples here recently. Look at this candle holder or pencil holder, whatever you want. Absolutely love this pottery. And we have, like I said, so many signed pieces of pottery. These are pottery ashtrays. And we got pottery on pottery. That is the kind of pottery we have here. This piece is super cool. Kind of fits perfectly like that. And just some interesting pieces of glass. All right, let's go ahead and make our way into the kitchen. And you know, I say it multiple times every sale. And you already know what I'm going to say. But don't you forget to open up drawers and doors when you come to our sales. All right, so some of my favorite pieces are actually this way. I kind of want to skip to it, but I'm going to showcase everything. These are interesting. These spoons, they have the tusks that are, you can see through the sides, the spoon and fork. Super neat there. Wonderful dining room table and chairs. We got some great silver plate pieces. These glasses, talk about favorites. These glasses are absolutely stunning. Wonderful mid-century modern pieces. This is purple. You can't see because it's a little dark outside because it's raining out here in Brentwood. We have some decorative bottles. I love these knives. They're sharp and the handles are absolutely stunning. This is a packed cell. I mean, so packed. The garage is full. The outdoor shed is full. And the house is full. Absolutely full. Now, if you need some more cast iron, you know we have you covered out here on this one. Look at all these handles. Whew. Look at all that cast iron. All right, so let's go ahead and make our way upstairs. We got 3 rooms upstairs. I'm going to have this removed to make it easier access to the stairwell, or the rail rather. But right when you walk up, you're probably noticing, holy cow. I got a feeling this one's going to go early. Super cool quilt and jacket just hanging front and center. This looks like Hadley's work, but it doesn't have the Hadley signature, so I don't know. Kind of interesting. And Ricky was the homeowner, so that piece is interesting. So this is the master bedroom. Yep, that's another quilt. On top of an old chair. I wish we weren't hiding the chair with the quilt. But I get it. Cool quilt. Look at these boots. And they're size 11. So if you're in the boot market and you got and boots fit you in size 11, you're good to go. You got a Browning vintage hat. I see an old John Deere hat. We got a Glock. Of course, some camo. When you see those kind of hats, you expect to see camo. He did work with Zepp for a long time, so we're going to see lots of Zepp products throughout the house. And the clothing varies, but just to give you an idea of the quality, there's Patagonia. We got the LL Bean. We got golf vests from specific clubs. And just little piece of furniture here and there. Sorry, I thought there was something on my screen. We got some pineapple. We got little birds. Look at this clock. How cool is that? So over here, we're going to have vintage Christmas. I do have something on my screen. Don't mind me. All right, maybe that fixes it. So up here, it might look a little dark. We're going to have more light up here on sale day. But yeah, we have all kinds of vintage Christmas brights, shiny brights. You know the brand. And we got some non-traditional shiny brights in here. So we got some great Christmas items. We also have bags of loose shiny brights as well. We have some camera equipment. I know I have some big fans of that stuff. There's another great pair of boots. Look at this piece of pottery. How wild is this? Super cool. All right, so now let me go ahead and take you. Oh, they're friends. Look at them. All right, so now let me go ahead and take you to the bird and hat room. I guess and media. So I'll show you some of the less funner. Ignore that. I'll show you some of the items that are hanging on the walls. We got movies. And what I was trying to say is this might be less fun than what I'm about to show you in this room. Because what I'm about to show you in this room is absolutely stunning. You want vintage Stetson? We got it. We have vintage Stetson for days. How cool are these pieces? Super, super cool. These are great hats. If you're in the market for a Stetson, come on by. If you're in the market for a deal on Stetson, Sunday might be more your day. Here's a nice little army sweater. Some of you will recognize it by the style. We got some great jackets back there. A few more hats up top. We got some duck ornaments, some decoys for your Christmas tree if you got some duck hunters in your life. Harrah's ashtray. This house was a non-smoking house, so don't worry about that just because you're seeing an ashtray. Now, in here, we have some miscellaneous wares, including lots of camo. And I mean a lot of camo. Then we have some books. Yeah, look at that. We got some Johnston Murphy shoes in these bags. Very nice. Have some collectibles on here. And oddly enough, I feel like I haven't even shown you half of what we have. Got some great cookbooks over there, including a Pioneer cookbook. All right, so now let's go downstairs where I have a full garage, a carport, and a full workshop. Now, I know some of you saw the bar that opens up. There's some stuff in it too. Ooh, sand dollars, love those. All right, so let's go ahead and go outside. Before I go outside, I probably should show you the gun safe because I know some of you are going to be curious if we had one after you see what's outside. Of course we do. We got a nice one. Then I have some more camo and outdoor shirts out here. Your utilitarian shoppers, come on by. We got some of that. The utilitarian shoppers are really going to have a field day because we have some great cleaning chemicals. We have some great anti-ice stuff. I mean, we got some tools. So the house was so packed that I had to bring stereo equipment and speakers outside. That freezer is for sale. But yeah, here's some stereo equipment. Turntable. I mean, I even had to put the PlayStation 2 outside. We have lots of Zepp cleaning materials. So many Zepp. There's vinyl, Zepp vinyl cleaner, brake flush, Zepp release shine, Zepp ice melt, and it goes on and on. Now we got an arrangement of tools. We got DeWalt's. We got some older pieces, some air guns. I got old Sears Craftsman. We got flashlights. These little shelves, which are awesome for a shop. I got a legitimate Craftsman tool case. You know, I sell a lot of these red ones, but they're not all Craftsman. This one even has the instruction assembly at the top, which is super cool. Got a wonderful workbench here with this stuff bolted down, obviously. We got some your first taste of some reloading equipment. Got an old drill press. Vise. All right, as you can see, oh gosh, before I get out in the rain, because I'm going to play in the rain, we got some steel equipment. Yeah, that's a 550. Got an air compressor, a couple chainsaws, weed eater, a smaller blower. We got ball jars. This is going to be rolled out on sale day. And all this Zepp stuff. All right. As you can see, it's raining, but guess what? I like to play in the rain, so let's do it. Hopefully it doesn't hit my camera screen. All right, so we got a kennel, and we got so much stuff out here. A ton of stuff. Now, my guys that like to buy wire to melt down, don't come day one of the sale. Day one of the sale, I want to sell the wire to somebody that wants to use it at home at a good deal. So it won't be a good deal to melt. We got all kinds of wares, including this bike helmet. This Bell one, super cool. I got coolers. I got Coleman's. I got Budweiser coolers. If you want to be the coolest guy at the pool, go for it. That's your cooler. We got coolers for the knee. We got some military boxes, shop vac, and Yeti coolers. You knew we had the Yetis. You see all this quality stuff, you know they had to have at least one Yeti. And look at these. How great are those? And then we got various things you can pull behind your tractor or push, it looks like. All right, and then that shed is where my hunting and fishing stuff is. I'm gonna try to protect my camera while I walk through this lane. I got my shovels right over there. Some more little boxes, rim. All right, now this is gonna be somebody's playground. And we have various interest graphs covered in here. We have camo for the hunting, of course. Or maybe you like to go wear camo when you go fishing. We got a lot of rods out here, as you can see, in reels. Golf clubs have multiple sets, Titleist. I got buckets of balls. I have this beautiful old safe. This thing is so darn cool. It works. We have the key for the interior parts and the code for the exterior part. I have some decoys, bows. There's another bow down here. This is where we start getting into the reloading equipment. Got the old tumbler. Got some tail feathers. And you guys know what this is. And we have it for days. 4 days. Probably gonna have to get some myself. Some of these are skeet shooting loads, target loads. So some of these are skeet shooting. It looks like I haven't really paid attention to what's there. And then of course all those fishing rods. So you know we have fishing gear and tons of lures. Lures. And this is not one money all price. We're selling the lures. And they're pretty affordable. I don't even know if we opened up this. All right, that's empty. So guys, as you can see, we're primed for an absolutely stunning sale. I'm going to be here just about every day of the sale at various times. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'll be here opening on Thursday. Look at these old wood decoys. How cool are these? That is too awesome. So guys, sorry, it's going to be a ton of fun. We're running Thursday through Sunday. Come out and visit me. Come out, say hi. It's going to be a big sale. I can't wait to see everybody out there. Y'all have the best day.